Hello, 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 everybody. I hope and pray that your week is off to an amazing start. I know mine is off to a great start. Hello, hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. Do me a huge favor and put in the chat where you're joining me from. I would absolutely love, love, love to give you a shout out. And again, I hope and pray that your week is off to an amazing start. And I hope you had a great weekend. For me, I spent my weekend in the bed because my body was aching and I don't know why, and my neck and everything. I was just in bad shape. So I hope and pray that you had a better weekend than I did. I did get some rest. Maybe I just said wore myself out. I'm not really sure. But again, you guys, thank you so much for hopping on. Do me a favor and put in the chat where you're joining me from. I would absolutely love, love, love to give you a shout out because it is Tuesday. And you know what goes down here on Tuesday? Wife Chat goes down here on Tuesday. So do me a huge favor and let everybody know the Wife Chat is going down. And again, you guys, thank you so much for hopping on. I appreciate you. Put in the chat where you're joining me from. I would love to give you a shout out. This chat is from a husband, and I had the pleasure of having a conversation with him because this is kind of concerning to me. And I was really happy that he did reach out because most men are not reaching out if they're experiencing this. As you guys know, I am a licensed sexologist and I also work really, really close with two urologists as well as three gynecologists. And I was able to have a conversation with this guy, and then also do a conversation with a urologist in my area that I work with, just to give him some pointers. Of course, he could not tell him everything, for the simple fact is he is not his physician, but he did this as a favor to me. And so this chat comes from a husband from Nevada. The husband, he says his age is 48. He's been married 12 years and he has two children. And again, he's from Nevada. Here's his chat. Dr. Gail, I love having sex with my wife, but for the last 6 months, it has been very painful before, during, and after we engage in sex. I have not said anything to my wife about this pain, but she has noticed that I have not been pursuing her as often as I used to. But I can't continue to have sex and feel and hurt the way that I do afterwards. I'm hoping that you can answer some questions for me and find out my problem and give me some home remedies. Okay. This is a typical man because you guys, for some reason, do not like to go to the doctor. Again, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Do me a favor and put in the chat where you're joining me from. I would absolutely love, love, love to give you a shout out. Okay. Now, when I got this chat, again, I'm going to just give you guys some basic things that could be going on if sex is painful for you as a man. Again, I cannot stress enough that you go see either your primary care or you go see a urologist, because again, it could be so many different things. And of course, once we got on the phone and I was able to ask him some questions, and then my urologist got on the phone with him and asked him more questions, he's experiencing some things that he really needs to go see a doctor, immediately. Okay. And I'm not going to go into all of that. But what I am saying is that you guys need to really understand, because whenever the body hurts, and I remember I told you I was in the bed for 2 days because I was just aching or whatever. And it was just the stress. It was all in my head and everything. When the body aches, is not just because it's aching, it's giving you a symptom. It's a sign of something going on with the body. Okay. And it's the same way with women. If they're having painful sex, it's something going on in the vagina. Okay. So there are many reasons that can be, going on with you if you are experiencing painful sex. One could be what they call thrush. Thrush is like a yeast infection, and it can cause the foreskin of the penis to become very irritated, and that can cause very bad pain when you have intercourse. So if you have a yeast infection and you don't know it, and you could have got the yeast infection from your wife, I'm not saying that was the case, but if you could have what they call thrush of the penis, which is a form of a yeast infection, and it can be very painful for the foreskin, when you engage in sex. The other thing it could be is foreskin bacteria, right? And this has nothing to do with yeast infection, but it could be a bacteria or a fungus of the foreskin, which is the underlying skin that's on the penis. And that can be very painful when you insert into the vagina. And as the friction goes, it can be very, very painful as well. You can have foreskin tears that are very, very micro and very small. And when you get the fluids going in between the vagina and the penis, those fluids can become very painful because they get into those little micro tears. And again, it's very, very hard for you to see those micro tears. And so when you insert into the vagina, it can be very, very painful as well. Hello, Shirley. How are you? Hey, Dr. Crowder. My name is Shirley, and I'm calling from Waco, Texas. Thank you so much. I love to tune in with your Tuesdays and any other time I can catch you. Thanks for looking out for us. You are so welcome, Shirley. Thank you so much for joining me. I truly, truly appreciate you. And I'm a Texas woman. I'm from San Antonio, so we're not too far apart. But anyway, thank you for tuning in. Also, you can have prostatitis, which is inflammation of the prostate glands that can cause a lot of pain during ejaculation for a man. And so, again, I can go on and on and on about what could be going on. You can have some nerve damage. You can have some problems going on with your pelvic floor. You could have an STD that you're not aware of. There's some medications that can cause you to get inflamed down there. You can also have a form of cancer. There can be a blockage. It could be so many different things that can cause a man to be, have painful sex. So my thing to men that are listening, or to the wives of the men who are listening, please, if you are experiencing pain, and he admitted that he had not talked to his wife about this, right? Please go see your primary care. Go see a urologist, because sex should not be painful. It should be pleasurable. Okay. And again, I want to see you guys win, but don't put your health on the back burner. And yes, am I here to aid and guide you guys? Absolutely. But I can't make you go to the doctor. But I will say this, after speaking to myself and to my urologist colleague, he has made an appointment. He sent me a update. He made an appointment, and he was very glad that he did send me this wife chat. So I am thankful that he did make the appointment or whatever. However, I did follow up and say, have you had this conversation with your wife? No answer. So I'm taking that as a no, that he has not had this conversation. And let me just tell you, we have conversations with our spouse about everything else. Why not have those meaningful conversations with your spouse about what is going on with your body, and anything that is changing with your body? Because again, you guys are doing life together, and you can have conversations about bills, babies, the world, and all this other stuff. Have meaningful conversations about that, because he even admitted that he was pulling away. He was not pursuing his wife like he used to pursue her. And again, she was probably feeling something, but not knowing it was a medical thing, just thinking maybe he didn't desire her. Maybe he's getting it from, our brains start to run wild. So have meaningful conversations with your spouse about what's going on with you. Hi, Francis. Thank you so much for joining me from Florida. I truly appreciate you guys. I really do. And so, if there's no other questions or anything like that, if you want me to do a chat, there's no subject that is off limits for me. I will never ever say your name. I will just say, if you know, your husband or wife and where you're from and what your situation is. And if I cannot help you, right, I will always get on here and tell you I can't help you with this situation, but here's some, resources or whatever. But again, please keep these chats coming. I have been doing wife chat now, which for 7 years, which is mind blowing to me, because it started off me just coming on here being open and honest, and it has grown to me getting chats from around the world, which I am so grateful for. And so if there's no other questions, I appreciate you guys getting on. If you need to talk to me, and you want, a one-on-one with me, all you need to do is visit my website and schedule a free 15-minute discovery call. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just trying to give you one tool and one strategy to help you win in your marriage. I have a new video that's going to be released on Thursday, so please check that out and support it. Thank you guys so much for supporting my YouTube channel and all my other social media platforms. I am so grateful for that. And again, you guys, thank you, Shirley. Thank you, Francis. And for all the other people who are watching that didn't put in the chat where you're joining me from, I love you guys to pieces. And if there's nothing else, just know that I'm always here helping you, trying to win in this battle called marriage. Because when I tell you, some days it is a battle. And again, you guys, thank you so much for allowing me in your personal space. I am so, so grateful.